Hey guys. I haven't vlogged since last year. And this will be a slow process of getting back into it because I've been absolutely busy, but extremely busy with work, with filming, with other jobs, with our writing. It's hot in this car and we're only in April. Yay, Savannah weather. Oh man, like I don't know what to do with my hair and I have no idea where my hair elastic is and my hair's just frizzy right now. I'm hot, sweaty, gross. I don't like feeling like that, but I currently am feeling that way. So, going back toward my mental illness of depression and anxiety, I've been really struggling, because I'm going through these different classes and like praying and learning to pray in different ways to see if it'll help me further even faster, and just having my one-on-one time with God, and it's been very discouraging but also very encouraging and uplifting and very good, but then it can get very bad, and it's just a back and forth thing for me. So that's my status update for that process. So like in my past videos from last year, it's a journey, it's a struggle. You definitely need a support team with you, whether you get that from your friends or your family. I only get that from my mom and sister. So if you're offended by that statement, then you're not doing enough for me, and maybe that's a red flag and should think about it. But honestly, I can only say that my mom and my sister, my mom Annie and my sister Nikki, and I want to make sure that's clear, because I've come to terms with knowing that there's just going to be some people in your lives that are going to be there for you, that choose not to be there for you, even though you would hope that they would be. But we're all human. We all have our struggles. And so I'm still learning that. I'm still accepting it. I've accepted a lot of people from my past and let them go, but I struggle with forgiving, and that's a big no-no in God's eyes. But yeah, God says, Jesus says, to forgive others as He forgave us. So, which is funny because I struggle to even forgive myself, and that's where the problem is. If I can't forgive myself, how am I going to forgive those who have hurt me? I won't be able to. And that's what I'm struggling with. I'm like, why can't I forgive those who've hurt me? And it was brought to my attention by my sister and a few other people. So yeah, by a few other people, one being a pastor and the other being somebody that I went and let pray for me. They said the same exact thing as my sister told me, and it's that I need to forgive myself. It's not easy. It's easy to think about it and say it, but it's actually, when you put it into action, it's really not that easy. Especially because I want to let it go, but I can't. And that's the part where I'm trying to figure out, why can't I? You keep praying for the why can't I forgive myself type thing going on. So I'm still a baby in my faith. It's going on 4 years on the 24th of April. I was baptized at age 23, and that's when I gave my life to Jesus. And though I know He's forgiven me for my sins, I've yet to forgive myself. And that is a huge struggle of mine. In order to be able to forgive like Jesus has, I have to forgive myself in order to be able to give my forgiveness and let things go that people have hurt me and people I have hurt. And that's something I would never talk about. And now that it's brought to my attention, I'm going to talk about it. As hard as it may be to talk about or even listen to me talk about, but it needs to happen. I didn't have the idea of starting this vlog series to be shy or to go completely off course. No, I'm going to talk about other things besides this, but I want to get to the deep stuff, because if I don't, I'm allowing the devil to hold me back, because this is what I intend to do, talk about the hard stuff, because this is what I struggle with too much. I struggle too much with this. And it's not just the heart of the cause for my depression and anxiety. Those are just part of it. It's a part of it, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is that I'm not allowing God to take the reins of these problems. I have yet to allow God to take it from me. I'm not giving my hurts to Him like I thought I was giving it to Him, but I wasn't. I've yet to forgive myself. He's forgiven me, but I haven't forgiven myself. Woo. And that is a big problem for me. So now, not only am I trying to forgive the stuff that happened in the past, but now we're human beings, and we're in the present, and I'm living day to day just like everybody else, right? People from day to day hurt me without meaning to. Or they do mean to sometimes too. I mean, we're not perfect. And so I struggle with that too. So I'm like, I can't hold grudges, I can't do this, and I'm trying to pray out the stuff that happened in the past while stuff is happening to me in the present. And so I got that on top of it, and I'm trying to figure out, and I'm crying out to God, because we were doing our church doing 21 days of prayer, and that's been rough. I would go attend Sunday evening prayer meets, and the rest I'd be doing at home. I couldn't make the early meetings. I'd be getting ready for work or sleeping to get ready for work. Too early for my schedule, but doesn't mean I didn't do it. And it's just really, really annoying. It's really annoying because I don't know, talking about it is a great start. But now I gotta put it into action more. My depression, anxiety hold me back a bit, but just a bit. What's really holding me back is the fear. The fear of rejection, the fear of stopping me from doing what I really want to do because of others hurting me. And that's when we go back to forgiving. I hate pain, I hate hurt. Being hurt, I'm so used to it, to the point where I really, I avoid people like the plague, because I don't want a relationship with people. But the thing is, regardless whether you have a relationship with somebody or not, platonic or romantic, whatever it may be, you're going to be hurt regardless. You're going to be hurt because God has designed us for relationship, not just with Him, but with community, with the right people, equally yoked. That goes in every sense of relationship-wise, not just who you marry. You need to be equally yoked with friendships, with family members, Yes, with someone, with your spouse, if you're already married, or if you are seeking to eventually be married, if you desire it. So, it's hard for me. And I think the first step for me is that I had to choose a family. That was scary, but it was needed for my health. I chose Mama, and I chose Nikki, my sister, and they chose me. Now, I don't have an earthly dad, so to speak. I have an earthly dad, yes. We're not close. So, in terms of that, I'm working on that as well. So yeah, and I'm working on forgiving. And when you forgive, it doesn't mean you necessarily have to be close to them again. Like, I will respect people because it's a commandment to love genuinely. To love genuinely, even your enemies. And that's hard for me because I've yet to forgive. Once I get past that point, hopefully sooner the better, it'll be a lot easier to show that. Right now I'm kind of just quiet, and I have a temper, so I basically run out of rooms and stuff, so I don't cuss nobody out because I am good for that, and known by that. I need to control that. I need to give it to Jesus, take it away. I don't want to be angry like that and bitter, but it comes out that way because I've yet to forgive myself. Because honestly, it shouldn't affect my self-esteem. It shouldn't affect how I feel about myself, but it does. When people take shit out on me. When people take their struggles and take it out on me. And I understand because I've done it in the past. Because we're human. But now I have to learn how to let that go and forgive. Forgiving is not easy when you are struggling to come to realize certain things in your life. I want to forgive the people who have hurt me. I want to forgive myself. But it's hard. And honestly, I don't know why I struggle with this so much. I pray about it every night. Every night. It's not easy for me. I'm not sure how many people who are watching this have that same struggle, or even know you're even struggling with this, because I didn't even know I was struggling with this till it was brought to my attention. So it happens. In a new stage of life, God will reveal something to you, and it's like, that's your next project. Let's work on this and overcome it. And I'm just like, okay. Does anybody else feel like that?